Sock.
Yeah.
I brought this up to you before, and you didn't really remember. You don't remember what Alabama Thunderfuck is?
No, I don't. Apparently, you said something I made up.
This was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, you brought this up. You made this up years ago, and it's something that's been in the back of my mind. Like every time people bring up dumb sex movies, it has to come up because it like makes no sense. B, it's just why.
So now, like give other examples. Like a Dirty Sanchez.
That's a little bit more believable than what you made up. It's kind of like
well, Dirty Sanchez is what?
Is when you eat at somebody's ass and you get a poo mustache.
Right.
Oh wait, Chris Carbonara said when you put your finger in, you wipe it. No?
Yeah, you make a shit mustache.
Yeah.
I thought you made the shit mustache by being there.
No.
It's not hard to do.
And then you go to the girl and
Huh?
go rant.
It's not hard to do, Buster. It's not hard to get a shit mustache when your mouth is by an asshole.
Spider-Man is when you jerk off
Been
in your
there?
hand.
Yeah,
and
you
throw
fling
it
it at
up.
strangers when you sit on your
Hey,
hand.
Tony!
Like a cool Carl's when someone shits on a glass table above you.
Right.
That's a Cleveland.
When they shit on you.
Oh,
That's a steamer, yeah.
You know was it the chicken parm?
What's chicken parm?
Oh, the girls
Is that when you call somebody rolled in sand?
No.
Yeah, you punch
It's chicken
punch
color.
them in the face, to break their nose.
Oh,
and then,
that's a little much.
Yeah, and then sugar.
No.
There's a pirate eye, the angry pirate. Pirate eye's coming in a girl's eye. The angry pirate's when you do it and you kick her in the shin, she goes, ah.
No.
But you came up with the thunderfuck, which is when you fucking a girl on a tanning bed and you pull out and you piss on her and fart at the same time.
How long ago did I come up with this?
4 or 5 years ago.
Jesus. That's pretty funny. So you fucking a girl in a tanning bed.
You pull out and you pee on her while you fart.
I don't know if I ever peed and farted at the same time.
I think I'd be called
that's
shitting.
possible.
Yeah, it's definitely just shitting at that point.
Oh man. All right.
I report and sneeze at the same time. It's dangerous.
Yeah, you can stop your heart. So I want to congratulate listener Griffin on joining the Being in a Babyface Dream fan club.
What?
I recently added Griffin on Facebook and I saw a
Griffin
conversation.
Sullivan, he gave us 5
Our friend
awards.
Griffin Sullivan that
did.
sent us videos.
Allegedly.
Our friend that came to shop once from Southern Jersey.
And he likes Saga.
And he came in. He came in. Babyface found him on Facebook, and I saw a conversation the other day. And it was like, "Hey, you were in a dream I had." Oh. And you could just see on the other side, it was a man going, "Oh no."
Isn't that's at the beginning? Oh, I thought you were reading it.
No,
That was at the beginning. There was context.
There's context, yeah, but it doesn't sound as creepy as him just going, "I dreamed of you." But whenever two grown men, one of the after the conversation goes, "You know, you were in a dream of mine the other night."
I said we hung out. And there was another dude.
But
I had a dream about you the other night, guy I hardly know who lives in another state. And you were there, and there was another guy.
We were hanging out.
And I'm sure if the dialogue continued.
We went to a comic store or something. Or like a baseball card store. I don't know. You're looking for the actual conversation?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the conversation. Did we talk about
Waffles
music?
like, oh yeah. Yeah, I was the original conversation.
oh, because there was a bit of I don't really want to talk about this on his end.
Oh, really? No, I didn't feel that way at all.
You're not a third party.
We've been talking about things. We were talking about Chelsea Punk, and we were talking about music, and he showed
How you
up
view
to
the
comic
world.
store.
going out.
So like that. Sounds like a relationship.
When how you guys view the world and how special you
As soon as Babyface's head hits the pillow, Tiger. That's-
He posted that he wanted an attractive girl to give him a massage, so I offered him at least Tony to give him a massage. If he came
You're
to
really
my
digging yourself a
comment.
deeper hole.
Yeah, all away from you.
I'm done talking.
So now he's a pimp. He's over the men.
It's always Tony first.
Oh man, here we go.
Well, I have a comics related question. There's been a lot of talk on the internet recently of AMC. What?
I don't know if we were done with this.
Oh no,
Oh, okay.
no, because Ed doesn't like when we talk about
Oh, I
things.
thought he was
Because Ed
filling
needs to
his
keep
void.
pushing us along to fucking other topics.
I was trying to fill time. That's all.
Hey, but I got there as you started talking. Stop fucking iPad.
Okay.
The first comment from you is immediately, I've been having back and forths on Facebook, then talking to him. It led me to having a dream when we hung out. Is that weird?
Yeah.
He's like, I've been talking to you a lot on Facebook recently. I had a dream about you. Is that weird? It was the first comment, baby.
He said, I had a dream about you. Is that weird?
Was it cool?
Yeah,
And then he's like,
absolutely.
was it cool hanging out?
What?
Was his response? He's like, I think there was a fight over some dude over jealousy. Did I win? Like, he kept making a question. He kept bringing up the
No. You gotta say baby face. Baby, you can't read it like that.
I can read it.
Griffin was like, was it cool? Was it a cool hangout? Babyface, I think there was a fight with you and some dude over jealousy. Griffin's like, did I win? Probably. Babyface's answer. You have a very interesting subconscious, and that's why I just said like you have no idea.
So Griffin said you have a
Very interesting subconscious.
Okay.
I stepped there, I was like, you have no idea. And his response is, I don't even have children. Oh,
Who said that?
Griffin.
Oh! Tiger's choking.
And he's like, hey, that's a cold for and untrue. Not untrue that you don't have kids, untrue that I'm a weirdo.
Please, can we zoom in? Griffin's on this right now.
Griffin's only reaction was no, not a single one. I'm not a creep. I'm just joking.
Jesus
Was his reaction.
Christ.
Babyface, would you like us to move on?
When you read
You're
it
so
like that,
innocent baby.
when you read it like in my head, none
No,
of this
I tell
sounded
you what.
weird.
How about I read it in the voice of Hal from 2001, and I bet it still sounds fucked up.
I didn't realize how weird that sounded.
I had no dream.
Is that really how it sounds like when I tell
Before
people
you hit
instantly?
send, look at what you write. Look at it again. Look at it again. Go to bed. Wake up tomorrow morning. Look at it again. Go to work. Look at it and decide.
This is the best Wednesday ever.
I love you, but that was too much to watch on Facebook.
I had no idea it sounded that strange.
It was only because he seemed so like.
I will
like,
never tell anyone again that you were in my dream while in text. Maybe in person.
Good,
like a
I think-
tiger.
No. You can say that to one of us.
I know, but that'd be personally.
Personal
I'm not gonna
message on
write
Facebook.
This
Hey,
guy's been to the store once.
twice.
Twice.
Has he come back since? 3 times.
3 times the lady. Gonna take a piss.
Sorry, we're bros.
What?
I said we're bros.
yeah?
I
Bros.
don't know.
You lost
I'm
that
saying it. I'm just playing it with a Gundam now. Okay, so there's gonna be a Spider-Man multiversity story with every Spider-Man ever. That's coming out in November, I believe.
Ben Riley gonna be there?
Yes, even Ultimate Spider-Man is dead.
Even some Spider-Mans we've never seen before.
Is
Yes,
Doppelganger gonna be there?
yes, every
Have you had any more
Spider-Man
weird dreams
ever.
Since then?
No, because I found this out yesterday and I don't remember any dreams from last night.
Oh, okay.
No more dreams. Never talking about dreams again. I don't dream. I don't even go to sleep anymore.
Alright, fine. So, what would like to be the top 2 Spider-Man you want to see in this? And when was the last time you had someone dressed as a pirate in your dream?
Spider-Ham's gonna be dead, and I haven't had a pirate dream that I can recall.
How about the one from the 70s TV show?
I've had weird dreams. I can't remember.
His question didn't have dreams in it.
Oh. I wasn't even listening to you.
Exactly! You know, Tony started the line of questioning that actually worked. You made one of Tony's jokes pan out.
Seriously, this shouldn't work, and I'm the one saying that. Sorry, it's just one of the greatest moments.
Tony started a line of joking and it panned out. Like, this episode will be titled Tony
Yeah,
and
your
Funny.
sword's back.
And what was the comic thing you were going to bring up?
Well, there's AMC is developing a Preacher TV show.
Powers has been in development for 11 years. This means nothing. That just got pushed up again, yeah.
Yeah, well, Powers is going to happen, but it's only going to be available through PS4.
That's weird.
Oh, it's like
would
it's
you
like
buy-
Netflix only.
Would you buy a PlayStation 4 to see Powers?
No, but I have the internet. That means it's
No.
free.
Yeah,
I'm a waffle on that one.
Yeah,
torrent?
Sock. I know you're against
Waffle
torrenting
has the internet. I have waffle.
Yeah.
Therefore, it's free.
Say, Sock.
Because I could never figure that out.
I'm not gonna buy a PS4 to watch Powers. You want some DVDs of Powers?
Yeah,
Cool. Let's.
absolutely.
They're making an iZombie TV show, and the only thing that they're taking from the book is
Yeah.
that she's a zombie.
Yeah.
They
throw in
changed
the
her name, they changed the story.
This was going to be my question because I know I've read the first trade of Preacher, and I know everyone here at the table has probably read much more than me.
Nope.
How do you since AMC is a basic cable network, even though it's one of the more edgier channels that's not a premium.
You know
What do you think they're going to have to do to translate that story to cable television?
May I take this one? At this point, I say good fucking luck to them. Because this thing is supposed to be a movie. It was supposed to be an HBO TV series. If AMC of all fucking channels can make this work, at this point, even with like Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg attached to it, Garthen is saying it's okay. I say fine.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
Seth Rogen's
He's-
producing
They're
it.
He's
produ-
executive
they're-
producer and he's writing the pilot for it.
As long as he's not playing fucking Jesse.
Oh,
everything they've
Or
worked on
Arspace.
is
Play
really
Arspace.
everything they've worked on together is usually really good, but everything they've worked on together is like straight comedy.
Right.
They wrote Superbad, like they
This is
made
the end.
this is the end. They make good films together,
Green
but
Hornet.
No.
that's Kevin Smith. That's
No. That's,
Well, he was
Seth
in it, he
Rogen.
didn't-
Yeah, he was in it though. When he's in the movie, it usually takes the nosedive.
Yeah, I mean, in general for it, the only thing I can say is if they can make it work, more power to them. It's that simple. If they couldn't be like HBO, and HBO is getting away with Game of Thrones right now.
Well, HBO doesn't have anything to answer to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not like there's some big man in the chair going, "You got to do this" to HBO and Showtime and stuff.
And the fact that at some points, The Walking Dead was beating Game of Thrones like 3-1 on viewers, right? A basic cable
Yeah, you-
channel
you-
versus when you pay.
Well,
you
you
don't
don't
have-
have
I was gonna
destroyed the Olympics.
I was
Yeah.
going to say you don't have to buy AMC most of the time.
Exactly.
So that's why viewership completely kills that. You
I
can say
mean-
the same thing for every Showtime show because HBO viewers is up above Showtime. So every show kicks the shit out of Weeds and everything else has been on Showtime.
So I mean,
Throw your statistics out the window, Tony.
thank you.
I have a question to ask dealing with AMC because Sacco pointed this out on the cover of the new Walking Dead magazine because it said Kirkman talks about season 5 of The Walking Dead and the Walking Dead movie, and then I was like, wait a minute, wouldn't it be cool if they made a movie for the All Out War story arc from issue 100 till what we're up to now?
If it's Walking Dead magazine, which just came out today.
So if they made a movie, it could be rated R, and all the shit that's been going on
Negan
can
could be
actually
Negan.
happen. Yeah,
Oh,
God,
that would
yes.
be awesome.
That means I'll get to watch Daryl get his head beat in.
I would.
Back.
Who would love to see a movie of Walking Dead of issue 100?
I just want to watch a movie on Negan rising to power.
He could curse.
Fucking bitches and iron in people's faces.
Step step 1, get baseball bats. Step 2, get ball boys. Step 3, fuck the world.
Step
fuck,
3,
fuck.
gain a heroin.
Play cool.
Step 4, find men to iron. Step 6,
Find
be
iron.
God.
Wouldn't step 6 be fine iron?
Rinse, repeat.
I mean, here's the thing, though, that I've got to say in what Waffle just said. Fucking Daryl is not going anywhere.
No, people
Yeah.
love him.
Rick will be killed before Daryl.
And you just prove why I don't want to watch the show. I can't. I can't separate it from myself as
But
a fan.
here's the thing. I'm sorry. Just like any TV show, there's a star.
I know.
He's the fucking star. Rick isn't the star.
No,
At all.
no.
You know what I mean?
I just dislike the way he works. That's why I can't get into it. I try watching episodes.
What? You don't like the way?
I don't like Daryl.
Of course you don't. Because you're a conformist who conforms to a non-conformist conformity. You like to hate things that everybody else likes.
No, because
So that's your thing.
want my main character to be Rick. I want my main.
Well,
There's very few times
I
that
gotta
I
be
get
honest with
pissed.
you, man. In watching the show, there really isn't a main character.
No.
No, I understand that. It's
And I
just,
think more than the comic, that's one thing that I feel, and I was saying to Joanna, I feel like the show has trumped the comic in the fact that there really isn't a main character. I mean, the main character in the comic is clearly Rick and has been for a long time. Where you watch the TV show, you know, Rick is
He's not in every episode.
He's not in every episode.
Well,
there's nobody this season who's been in every episode.
That's what I've loved about this last half season is how they bounce back and forth.
I love it
You
too,
know,
yeah.
the fact that they're all separated and like.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things they did. Like in the first couple episodes of season 3, for instance, when not only did they not go to like Rick, like they didn't focus on that for like 2 or 3 episodes,
Yeah.
and they even like switched the credits around where like they didn't have like Andrew Lincoln and Sarah Wayne Callies.
Right,
It
yeah.
started off with Andrea's character, Laurie Holden, and everything like that, and they just focused on them for like 2 or 3 episodes.
One thing I have to
Great
say that I
person.
love about the show right now is Abraham. I think he's portrayed terrifically.
Yeah. So is what's the fuck Mullet?
Eugene.
Eugene. I think
Yeah.
Eugene is.
No,
He's
they're-
right out of the fucking book. I mean.
Yeah, they're awesome.
But I think in that show, and the only other show that I think you see it in is really Game of Thrones, where
Yes.
you don't. It's not main character dominated. I mean, as great a show as 24 is.
but Game of
It's not
Thrones
24
Jack
without
Bauer.
Game of
some
Thrones
of
was
them.
never written to be
Yeah.
main
You know?
character dominated.
What's that?
Game of Thrones was never written that way.
No, right. But it's different for TV.
Yeah.
TV, you know, I mean,
It's ensemble.
it's revolutionary
Yeah.
because TV. I've been as long as I've been watching TV, you got your main character and he's going to show up somewhere in an episode, or maybe he's not in one episode, but you're not going to go several episodes of a season where you don't see that main character. You know, and so I mean that's the thing that I think I enjoy subconsciously even about Walking Dead, Game of Thrones.
Mhm.
You know,
I've tried with Walking Dead though. I just can't get into it.
that's cool. That's fine.
You
dude.
told me I hate it because I hate. I just
Well,
hate
you know,
it.
but that's you, man.
No, but that's not why I don't like that show. I
You just
tried.
hate stuff.
I've read the book for 7 years. I would
Well,
try
but
to watch the
you're
show.
awful. You hate things.
Yeah, but I have good reason behind it. I
Yes,
hate getting told I
scribbles.
hate things. I hate things.
He's scared scribbles.
I'm not wrong. I'm not certain customers.
Waffle, I'm just kidding with
I
you.
know.
Man. Chill out, man. Don't pick on the fucking customers, man.
I'm not.
Don't forget you're on this podcast,
I know.
dude.
I know.
Don't fucking throw other people under the bus and defend yourself, man.
No,
That's-
I'm an angry man. I know.
Yeah, exactly. So fucking
I love
Bucky.
you.
live up to it and
Bucky
be
Jones.
you. You're an angry man. But
Yeah, I am an angry.
Everybody come in and make Waffle smile.
no, Waffle doesn't want to smile.
No.
Curse at you.
Yeah.
Waffle wants to laugh genuinely.
Yeah. Sokka's one of the few people that can do that.
But
Thanks, Tony.
I want to. But what I actually want to ask anybody who's been watching the show is, fucking Terminus. I'm thinking it's the cannibals.
Oh yeah.
And I know
There has to
Babyface agrees with me.
Now, I have
Say
not.
that for a
I
year.
don't follow the comic right now.
Well,
So I have no idea what Terminus, if that's something
Terminus
from the book.
isn't from the book.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
It's completely made up.
But I mean, you know, brilliantly in a lot of ways, they've taken things from the book that they've, you know, intertwined with the TV show in a lot of ways, and especially with them walking into Terminus in the last episode.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of get that eerie feeling that it's way too welcoming. The gates aren't locked. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
people who know how to move a chain
Well,
away from, you know, unlike a zombie, and
Yeah.
come on in because we want to fucking eat
And
it.
Denise Crosby's there, and she always plays fucked up bitches.
it's funny. I was reading this interview.
She was in Star Trek, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was Tasha Yar.
I was reading an interview with Charlie Adler, who's the artist from The Walking Dead, and they mentioned the show. And for this portion of the season, they have a new showrunner. And he jokingly said, like, oh, it's as though he looked at the comic and was like, you know, there's a lot of great ideas that we could use for the show, and like now. So that's why you have things that parallel the show a hell of a lot more.
I know Babyface said they might walk away from it a little bit. Do you think they're going to do the whole Carl thing before the cannibals?
I don't know.
Because in the book, that's what made Abraham and Rick friends.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah. Of course.
but that's the beauty of the book, you know.
I'm just saying because that event brings characters together.
No, yeah.
And since everyone's been so separated, that'd be
no, that'd be awesome.
because Babyface told me that Abraham and Eugene, and I've seen it too. They're not anywhere near anyone else right
Well, yeah,
now, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're with Glenn.
They're with
They're-
Glenn. So when
yeah,
they're
they're with Glenn.
Yeah.
I have one theory.
Well, now they're with Glenn, Maggie, you know, and Glenn and Maggie also, and yeah.
I have a theory about the show if they want to use one small portion of the book, but I don't know if I should say it because Heather's over there holding her ears as though we're going to spoil things.
Yeah, but she chooses to be in the studio audience.
We
man.
just celebrated 10 years of Walking
This
Dead.
is almost a week later right now.
Okay.
Remember the rules as long as you press.
Okay, spoiler alert. I don't know if it spoils anything, but in the book there's a scene where Maggie tries to kill herself by hanging herself. And if they decide to use that idea in the show, I think Beth is gone. Because that would be a catalyst for Maggie to have lost her father and sister to kill her,
Well,
try to kill herself.
No, I think
totally see
Babyface actually mentioned that to me having a smoke the other day, that he feels Beth is already at Terminus and she's on the chopping block to be eaten.
Well, if you noticed when they walked in and that woman said hi, that like barbecue in front of her was like human size.
But also, I mean, she said, "Let me fix your plate."
Yeah,
You know, and
of
I think
Beth.
there was an overemphasis on all of the vegetables that were growing.
It was a
around.
plate of Beth.
But you didn't see
Any livestock.
You didn't see any livestock whatsoever. You know, so I think it would be kind of cool if the cliffhanger.
I don't
was
remember
like-
this cannibal storyline.
You know, that's when
It was the Hunters with the guy
Fear the
Chris,
Hunters.
and it made me sad because that's my name.
it's a trade called Fear the Hunters.
What deal?
There's after Carl was kind of
It was actually one of
Too
my
long
favorite storylines in the book.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
That was the last major like problem before Negan. No.
No, well, before going to Alexandria. It
Before,
was the stop
because
right
that wasn't a
before.
problem. That was just a tuffle with that mayor.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel like
Yeah.
aside from like what went on with the governor, that story arc proved like the final taboo has been broken in the breakdown of society. That, you know, what's the worst? Eating somebody. I mean, there's rape. There's
Well,
murder.
right before they
But-
broke that right away, and then they
Yeah.
went right to cannibalism.
Well, they even said
Because
this.
I questioned that for how many issues of that book. I was
Yeah.
like, they're not like they just lost that animal urge to fuck something. Like
No.
you know what I mean? As dumb as it sounds.
No.
But in the people do it in this society. If society crumbled.
No.
And then They did it.
Well,
Like,
the comic, they even said they're like, we're not bad people. This is just our way of surviving
Yes.
right now.
I remember Rick.
And they even begged for like mercy.
Yeah.
And Rick's response was, "We're not bad people. We're just trying to survive."
Yeah.
And left them to their fate.
Nice.
Yeah. That was one of the few times Rick was like, "I'm gonna be like that guy that throws the match back at the gasoline badass."
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
my son almost got raped. Leave me be. He almost tried eating us. He
No,
couldn't die.
actually, no.
Like-
The rape scene was a different group of guys.
No, I'm saying my son just almost got
Oh,
raped.
yeah,
You
yeah.
tried to eat us. You came at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Like you came when Nice Rick was just left the party.
Then he started growing his beard,
Yeah.
so he's all rough.
What do you think, Face? Do you think they do like the whole like attempted rape scene with Carl?
No, I don't think so.
No, they're gonna. I
I
just
think
because it's
they would.
television.
Wait,
I think
actually-
they would, but they modify it because
No.
the thing
You have to-
about it is the result of it is going to be very satisfying for the audience. Not the fact that he almost got
No, I
raped,
know.
but the fact that just like when you watch
Well,
a horror movie,
I don't
and you
think
see that
anyone
one guy-
almost getting raped is satisfying for
No,
me.
no,
No,
but-
it's not that. It's,
it's-
not that. It's the
it's more
satisfaction of knowing that those people are going to get there. It's like when you watch a horror movie and you see that like the jerk off boyfriend who like punches his girlfriend, or the one douchebag who's like, oh, I can take fucking Jason, who's this cunt in a hockey mask. And what's more satisfying to see
He
that
said
guy-
that.
Hockey
Yours said
mask.
that?
Yours said that.
But to see them get murdered is a satisfaction to the
You also
audience.
have to-
That also gratifies the whole property.
I mean, they can definitely do
Yeah.
an attempted rape scene. I mean, we were just talking about Edith on fucking Archie Bunker back in the 70s. Absolutely, man. They can do an attempted rape
It's just
scene.
someone that I just feel like to the child is what throws the cog into that works because it's a kid and the way
Yeah, but I
people
mean,
take things.
if you watch the Lifetime movie channel and all, there's plenty of attempted rape of children in Lifetime movies.
See past episodes.
You know,
of
not
Baby-
without my daughter, Mother May I Sleep with Danger,
Baby monitor.
What if they eat the baby?
Sound of Fear.
What if they eat the baby? What if they eat Judith and that's how Judith
She's
goes?
on borrowed time anyway. Let's face facts.
But still, that'd be fucked up if they ate the baby.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody wants
Wow,
to see that.
that smile is a little creepy.
I'm not-
Baby.
Terrible throw.
You know, I actually learned the other day from the comics. I'm sorry if anybody hasn't gotten that far, but when Lori and the baby both got taken down during the whole prison scene, they defined that the baby actually died when Lori fell on top of him.
yeah.
right.
I had actually never realized that. I
Yeah.
thought that they had the shot through Lori once the baby.
Yeah, I always thought that too.
Smothered.
I always thought that too,
Like
and
just-
I was like, oh, I gotta stop saying that.
Yeah. But just to switch gears for a minute, just look at Tiger's fingers for a second. I thought he had like knuckles, like he'd been fighting. But I was wrong.
Is this a Sacco topic coming on?
No.
Oh, okay.
Underground tiger fight. Stay tuned.
That's what he did.
Has anybody here read any of not the books, but the graphic novels to deal with Game of Thrones?
I want to. I haven't read them.
No,
yet.
the comics.
I
Or
read
anybody in the studio audience? No.
I read like I read a little bit of the third chapter.
No.
Got a lot of mystery minis of them.
What? Oh, you read the graphic novel?
The graphic novel. Yeah.
Okay.
We had 3 in stock a couple of days ago. Like, give like a flip through it.
We
I'm
still-
just curious
we still
how
have
it measures
some.
up to the TV show or the books, or you know.
I flipped through it and it looks like it's a mix of both. It doesn't look identical
It's
to
pretty
the TV
honest
show.
to the original books, like as much as
Yeah,
you could possibly get. But I think they're being slow on purpose, only because people are kind of using this like the bridge gap between TV show and the book.
And yeah,
Kind of
I
the abridgment.
think you're right. A new issue came out today, and how many months has it been since the last issue? It's been
Yeah.
Yeah,
5 months.
like the image style hiatus, but it's only because of the fact that HBO doesn't want people to kind of get spoiled what's gonna happen ahead, and they kind of coerce people to kind of want to read the book.
Yeah, so-
not one is getting ahead of the other.
yeah,
When
so
I
the
was
comic has to stay before.
when I was getting into Battle Royale in high school, I was like craving that because they had the movie that you could just do everything in 2.5 hours. They had the manga that was like 15 fucking volumes.
Just read
Yeah.
the book.
And then they had the book itself, and I was like, I didn't want to go one past the other.
Just-
Which next week, Battle Royale remastered
Yeah.
novel comes out.
Just read the book. The book is a million times better than the movie.
What?
I've done like
Battle
most of my
Royale.
Especially
projects.
the second one.
Yeah, I did most of my projects from like sophomore to senior year in English on Battle Royale.
I did a project on Battle Royale.
Well, if that was the time I got Mr. Brown to actually talk to the curriculum teacher, see if we could replace Lord of the Flies with
Battle Royale. Yeah, he actually brought that up to my class when I was in New York. The same English teacher
Uh-huh.
brought up that he tried changing Lord of the Flies because he just doesn't like the book to another like survival book.
But Tony just doesn't like the book.
No, the teacher.
Oh, I thought.
And then he's like,
I thought Tony went up to the teacher and was like, I just don't like this book.
That-
Let me suggest
that-
something else.
that would-
if he would have taught Battle Royale, I can only imagine because
I-
he made me fall in love with Capture the Rise. So I can only imagine what that kind of teaching would have done for Battle
Yeah.
Royale.
Kids
love
love
that book.
fucking loved reading. Those English scores would have shot right the hell up.
No, that's a fantastic book.
Babyface, you new books this week. You read Real Heroes.
Real Heroes was cool.
I read that as well.
You did?
It was a little confusing at times, but once you figured out what was going on,
I think
Writer, artist.
it's all Hitch.
Brian Hitch.
All artist and writer.
It's supposed to come out once every 8 months.
I thought the prologue, the very beginning was very interesting, but they completely skip over that. to
Yeah,
like 20
it's
years.
weird. Like when you turn from page 1 to page 2, you feel like, did I miss something?
Yeah,
Like where the hell did
It
this
starts
come
off
from?
with a really cool family moment, and then it jumps into a movie like The Avengers, a superhero movie that's a top grossing movie, and you have all the celebrities walking the red carpet and like talking about the characters they play, and then some event actually happens that coincides in a way with the characters in the movie, and someone approaches them asking them that he needs help and that they need to portray the superheroes that they portray in the movies. And that's, you don't know where it's going to go from there, how they're just regular guys, how they're going to actually get abilities to be superheroes.
It's a weird mix of like, you know, the Avengers, a post-apocalyptic tale, and Galaxy Quest.
He also the fact of Real Heroes, he's trying to point out that like firefighters and cops and like regular people are real heroes. That's what real heroes are. So
I mean, so is it good?
it was cool. I liked it. I want to see where it goes. 'Cause, like you have this abrupt thing with someone talking to them like, I need your help. You need to portray these characters that you are in the movies. And they're all like, what the hell? What do you mean?
Yeah, I feel like I need to read it a second time to understand some of the storytelling techniques, but I think it was an interesting approach.
Waffle, you read Silver Surfer?
No, I didn't read anything today.
Oh, you didn't?
I
Read the first 2 paragraphs.
Silver Surfer was
Anybody
fun.
read Silver
Walking Dead,
Surfer?
we were
It was
busy
fun.
today.
Yeah, you read Silver Surfer?
Yeah, it was fun.
I went through most of the number ones for the new Marvel Now this week.
I say check out Iron Patriot.
I kind of dig the whole like older Ghost Rider idea. Like giving it's a kind of new telling or like a. But I mean, it's did not really explain the fact unless you're reading Thunderbolts that Ghost Rider is actually still in the universe. Like,
Yeah.
This guy, he's taking over. Like they're building this new Ghost Rider character, but they're still, you know, a Ghost Rider in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a. Let's see where we can go with this. Let's
Yeah,
make
Dan-
something
Danny
new for the
Rand is
first
still
time in a
there.
while. Yeah. No,
So
no,
Yeah, Danny Rand's there.
Johnny Blaze.
Johnny Blaze, yeah.
So Johnny Blaze is Ghost Rider right
In
now?
Thunderbolts, yeah.
But
Now
in
there's
this
a
new
sneak
book,
kid.
he's being portrayed by New Kid.
Alright, so this book is a new...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has the vibe of Nova.
So then all new Ghost Rider
Is all new.
Is
Yes.
really all new. Okay.
Yes. That's why you see him with like a car. It's
Yeah.
not. I think you can turn any vehicle into a ghost vehicle.
And that's kind
With
of
this,
why
like, the new
because
one?
They go with like a Dodge Charger style like
Okay.
vehicle instead of like a motorcycle.
Okay.
But I love the combo on it. The two guys have been doing it. Felipe Smith. I remember back in the days of when Tokyo Pop was still a company. They had like this American guy working on books. The first ever American guy doing Tokyo Pop. His name was Felipe Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He did a really cool book called MBQ, which is like this just wild off the wall book.
Mm-hmm.
And Trav Moore, he's been doing like some really cool like anime style artwork. He's doing like a Luther Strode. He had an issue or two in Zero from Image, which if anybody's not reading, they should. It's fucking amazing. And to see those two put together, like, even though Felipe Smith is his own cool artist, I love how they're just feeding off each other. It's like, here's my idea for this guy. Okay, let's see what I can do with it. In the back of the book, it actually has both of their sketches on what they think the main character should look like and how to do it. And it's an awesome transition.
Do they come close? The two sketches?
Pretty close. I mean, I'd say Felipe Smith looks more like a realistic style almost. But, you know, Trav Moore's just got like that awesome cartoonish
Yeah,
style.
very
Yeah,
thin lined.
The cover reminded me of Riley Rossmo's art a lot.
Yeah.
Honestly, I thought Rossmo did the book for a moment if I didn't know any better. Just because Rossmo's doing Bedlam and stuff right now. To give a point of reference. Drumheller. Drumheller's interesting.
Yeah.
Drumheller really
Drumheller is suspended, I think, until June.
Yeah, first issue was
Next issue
was
comes
alright.
out.
First issue was alright, but that's one of those books you got to give like this 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and it really grabs you.
Yeah.
Sako got me to catch up on Curious the other day. Oh, Furious, I'm sorry.
Furious
Yeah,
is
I'm
awesome.
feeling a Furious.
It's
Furious,
awesome.
Furious is really good, man. Brian Glass. The end of the second issue, I haven't read the second issue yet, but the end of the second issue is a real, like, wait a second
Yeah.
Really
kind of moment.
Where me and Sako like had what, like good 15, 20 minutes of just like, you think this?
Yeah,
No, you
we
think that?
were talking about that yesterday because I read 2 yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is especially after you've read issue 1 and 2, it's very evocative in the sense where it definitely brings about conversation for anybody who's been also reading the book.
Makes you think a lot.
Yeah, it's like
Definitely.
a character like Manhunter.
Yeah.
Like a great
I've
character.
been really digging Waffle's recommendations lately because we kind of like toss books back and forth to each other. But let's talk about Vandroid.
I was gonna bring up Vandroid, a book that you and Waffle read.
Now, did they steal this idea from Evan Dorkin? Is it like a Van
Why?
Punisher kind of thing?
No,
No, Vandroid-
it's like 15 seconds to at least get into it.
Vandroid is built up around the mystique of a fake grindhouse theater burning down, and this being the last screenplay and movie existing on the lot.
They've
Yeah.
really built into this.
Yeah.
Like, they have a whole story.
But
They have
to-
a studio. They give you a story of how they had this print. It was done. The studio burned down. So now 20-something years later, we can't do the movie, but we'll give you the comic version, and you enjoy the hell out of it.
Right.
They made like fake film stills and posters for
30.
it.
No, it's very cool, man.
But Waffle, tell them about the fan club.
It's like the Terminator. It's pretty
It's
odd.
it's the most. It's probably one of the most 80s things we have on the shelf right now. But there's
It's just a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's I don't say that in a
Even the
negative term
cover
at
to
all.
number 2 that came out
It's
today.
so fucking good.
The strapless
mullet.
shirt.
It's the best like bad horror movie. It's
Sunglasses.
the best terrible action movie you never read.
Mullet.
But the fan club is like it's like $50 and you get a variant cover and like a letter signed by Vandroid and 3 baseball cards.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
3 baseball cards?
They have a
That's
they have a soundtrack, a long lost synth pop soundtrack
That's so
coming out.
From 1984.
But it's
That's brilliant.
It's about it starts off you have to read the little inside cover in the vanning boom of the 70s, you know, the custom vans
Yeah.
and stuff. It's kind of dying down in like 1985 now, which I actually looked up and that seems about when it actually went away. And some dude gets kicked out of his like AI firm, like his computing firm, because he comes with an AI that's a little too wild, and goes to this dude that was like the king of the vanning world, and goes to him and he's like, I need your help. I know what you do. And the guy builds an android body, but it's this big muscular like action movie star, you know,
Which I
big
found
ripped,
out.
puts sunglasses on. He's like,
All the
"What? I gotta-
sunglasses."
finishing tusk, and puts like his aviators on him.
That's the thing. He built it in the image of him, like in the 70s.
Yeah, he built it in his image of like when he was like a Viking on his vans.
Yeah.
It's so good. It has a bit of like the old like Terminator 1 in it.
Yeah.
It has bits of every terrible Nick Cage movie you've ever fucking watched.
Well, I mean, every Nick Cage movie is terrible except for Raising Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my opinion.
Any Wicker Man fans in the audience? Anybody?
What did it burn? How did it burn?
How did it burn?
Face Off.
Face Off is pretty
I
good.
like
I
Face
like Face
Off.
Off.
It's had action.
It's good. It's so
Guys
bad.
here
it's
got
good.
blown
Yeah.
off.
Con Air.
Yeah.
Con Air's a mess.
Leave him on stage.
shit.
I was saying that's a rock.
Kick ass.
Dorothy Mantooth
It's the
is
saint. You know, he is pretty perfect in Kick-Ass.
Trapped in Paradise.
Oh god.
See, I haven't seen Kick-Ass.
He has a very very Adam West Batman voice.
Uh-huh.
S kick. Like he talks like Adam West
If
in the
we
60s.
have to.
Yeah, he
But-
breaks down
but-
sentences.
Only
like,
when he's in
Who
costume.
come?
Yeah, but when he's in normal, he's like a normal guy,
Yeah.
like a normal dad. And when he's in costume, he talks like Adam West Batman.
Yeah.
Frank's so good. D'Amico! Yeah.
Like his slight insanities work perfect with the character.
Actually, yeah, it's a mix between Adam West and Christian Bale in the suit when he's
Yeah.
Big Daddy. So he'll go from incoherent yelling to like broken down, stylized. Like, it's almost Shatner-esque.
Read Van through everybody.
Happy Straight
Well,
Bullets.
Waffle's been raving about Stray Bullets all week.
I'm happy Straight Bullets is back. I started reading it again. That's why.
Dave Lapham. I mean, that's where Dave Lapham
Lapham
really cut his
became-
teeth. You know, was on Stray Bullets, Amy Race Car Driver.
Well, Amy Racer came out of Straight Bullets. I
Yeah.
remember that because when I was a kid, I only read trades like 1, 2, and 4.
Yeah, but I
And
mean, those two things
Yeah.
is what everybody's
Made
like, oh,
Dave
who's
Lapham.
this Dave Lapham guy?
His wife started El Capitan for this book.
Yeah,
I read both issues that came out that day. They were exciting.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
we're sold out of Stray Bullets
Killers.
*1
Yep.
right
We have
now.
a bit of 41, which is a cool thing. Don't be intimidated by the number 41. Every issue of Stray Bullets is a one shot.
Well, it's funny. I heard someone on another podcast comparing, saying that Stray Bullets was very much like Sin City. They came out around the same time. And in reading that, it was
Yes and
kind
no.
of, but like
Yeah.
the way I can kind of see that is it's a rural. If Sin City is about like noir stuff in the city, this is more rural noir. Stuff like
Except when it goes to Amy Race Car and you have 3090.
yeah.
Actually,
But
but
she
like-
nukes the world.
But like it feels like that in more of a white trash kind
There's
of
a
setting.
hell of a lot more fun to it than Sin City. Not saying Sin City's not fun.
Mhm.
It's completely written differently. Every
Yeah.
issue of Straight Bullets is a one shot. Sin City has arcs. Every book of Sin City is a storyline.
Speaking
I
of
can
that-
read 2 issues in a row and a character shows up. The only character that shows up that's not different ages is Scott Spanish, which you meet in Killers 1 and in about 30 out of the 41 issues of Stray Bullets.
Okay.
And he's like the main character.
Yeah.
But there's no main character. There's no coherent story. That issue you're in is the story.
Well, the issue 41, was that wrapping up something?
Not
Or
a
was
release
it-
bit.
Oh, really?
There's
Okay.
the issue before it, I think, actually has that bit of a story in it, but the name Harry gets thrown around for about 41 issues.
Okay.
So,
I mean, issue 41 was just a thing that he felt needed to be wrapped up before you read
Killers, yeah.
which doesn't really seem like.
Well, the
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of 41 has like a definitive ending for a lot of Stray Bullet stories.
Mhm.
When she, not
If you
spoiler,
just-
it's 20 years
yeah.
old, she walks away.
Mhm.
When I'm not even going to name characters because this makes no sense to anybody. When she walks away from the bedroom, that could have any implication in the
Yeah.
future
Mhm.
because the story does jump around by decades sometimes.
Mhm.
To give an example, issue 1 is in 1997, and then issue 2 is in 1977, and then issue 3 is in 1984.
Okay.
But it's all within the same chunk of the country, so
Same
you see the
town,
same
or-
people.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't say same town, because then issues start saying out west, and you see the same people show up and stuff. It's just
Oh, okay.
same chunk of the country. It's America.
Merc.
It's like The Simpsons. There's no like direct area. It's just it's just there.
Well, 2 notes. Speaking of Sin City, has anybody checked out the trailer for A Day to Kill
awesome.
for yet? I'm super
Yeah.
excited to actually see that. I love the characters they chose for it. Want to see it. Second,
I'm curious about the original ones.
yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck,
I'm a
just
little
had-
nervous about Josh Brolin, I can't lie.
What was the second thing I was thinking about?
Uh,
New book that came out
Didn't he
today.
date Barbara Streisand?
No, I think that might have been his dad, James Brolin.
Alright.
Tip of my tongue. New book came out today under B. Only Press.
Blackout. No.
No,
Only
Bunker.
Well, number 2.
Bunker
came out.
number 2.
Bunker
came
2
out.
came out, and just from reading 1, it was actually a #1 issue that felt like it was forever.
Did you read 2?
Not yet,
Oh.
but just the idea that people. This
I
is one of
like
those books
number
how-
1 a lot.
We sold out of number 2.
Like how Oni Press has just been like sneaking under the radar with
Mhm.
these really good titles.
Yo,
I read the Auteur.
Auteur is awesome.
Hotel was great.
Yeah,
Waffle
that's
Stuff
Secret
Letter
History of-
44.
Letter 44, Secret History of D.B. Cooper, which I did like a year ago, was nuts.
Thank you for telling me.
Mysterious
that, by the way.
Strangers is pretty fucking cool right now. Only Press flies under everyone's radar because
But I mean, like, letter 44 is by, Charles.
Charles Soule.
Yeah.
And
so-
Ralph Albuquerque. That,
Yeah. Which I don't know how more people aren't going like, what is the artist on American Vampire been doing for this year?
Yeah.
That no one's been around. Because
Well,
other than Batman, there's been no other context to them.
But Bunker has just been awesome. It's written by Josh Yalkov, who did like Ultimate Comics Avengers, couple different
Vampire.
books,
Yalkov's pretty cool.
couple different books back and forth, and it's a really cool concept of a bunch of like college students in the '80s, basically like they're out on a little trip and they find like literally like Lost style. They find a hatch in the middle of the woods and it leads to a security bunker, and the bunker has like all this information involving all of those specific people, like 20 or 30 years into the future.
Yeah.
And so it's just like all this shocking shit that's put together
Sure,
in one
awesome.
shot.
And
And I
I
thought it
don't
was a
see why
one
that's so shocking, Tony. That's what bunkers do.
because
Oh, gosh.
I think the most shocking
I
thing
guess you
is,
haven't found a bunker with your friends yet.
I think the most shocking thing about this was the way the book was and how long it went. I thought it was supposed to be a one shot.
Okay.
And then hearing that there was a continuation, then issue 2 came, and I was like, I really want to see where they go with this.
Yeah.
Any fans of Lost are definitely going to be like.
No, Tony walked in the store this morning and saw issue 2 on the shelf and punched me right in the face.
And that's why it sold out.
He was super excited.
I read my first BPRD trade a couple days ago.
Ooh.
Good for you, man.
Enjoyed it.
All right, cool. I would like to thank our studio audience.
Our picks for next week is try something new.
Count to 12, go
And that doesn't mean in the butt.
That doesn't mean like a random image #1.
Yeah.
Read everything.
Yeah.
You never know what Boom or Oni might put out next week.
Listen.
Close your eyes, turn in a circle, do like 5 or 6 turns, hit a shelf, pick a book.
Literally judge the book by its cover if it's
Yeah.
#1 and read it.
If the cover looks, even if it's not #1, comics are comics. You know?
Yeah, how about
Every
the Android?
the best comic writer should write every book like it's the first one you'll ever pick up. So you
Oh,
should
yeah.
be able to read almost anything off the shelves and look at Tony and be like, what the fuck's going
Then
on?
figure it out and then try to backtrack.
I know
Yeah.
it's going to be forever before I get to T, but I'm really dying to read Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider #1 was
Was
cool.
really
Number
cool.
one, a
was
bunch
cool.
of number 2s.
I own #1.
Whoa! No, Tomb Raider was cool.
Still not Marvel.
And I may have to skip to read Survive.
Well, you can pretend
Anybody
it's
read
safe.
that?
No,
Not yet.
still me. Still the book I've had most fun watching Tiger try to order online.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, when did?
Yeah, tell that story real quick so people understand what we go through as
this
retailers.
is when you think that it's easy going, hey, look, Avengers #1, order this. To give you an example of the shit that Tiger goes through, that Sako goes through because they do the ordering. Survive was literally on our fucking distributor's website as Survive. No picture, classified blurb, no writers, no what it's connected to, just the fact that it's a Marvel book that's $3 or $4.99. It might be a one-shot called Survive. I stood next to Tiger as we actually had to go to other sites, go to third-party sites to be told what we're ordering is about. And Ed has a smirk on his face because you want to fucking do this for a living? Because it's really fucking fun to try to guess a book on. You try to shoot a gun in the air and guess where the bullet lands. Like, and I think we did a reasonable number, but he shouldn't have to go to third-party sites. Diamond, I understand you have the stranglehold, and no one in this company is going to hear this, but you're a piece of shit company, and I think the best part is the rep that we work with.
But I'll tell you the truth. I don't think that's Diamond's problem.
That's mostly Marvel,
That's Marvel.
too. But
Diamond wants to give us as much information as
But
possible.
then why do other sites have information when, as a distributor, there's no extra for when we're doing the ordering? There's no special link.
They may have. They
Might have some kind of weird confidentiality.
Yeah, they may have leaked information, or you know what I mean. So
Then
I'm
Marvel-
sure Diamond has mad confidentiality.
I hope that it's not just Diamond then, because Diamond has done some shitty things to us in the past.
Oh yeah.
I think of the Beast of Burden signing as a high point when
Yeah.
we got 4 boxes out of our 17
Yeah.
that Wednesday, and they were in what, like New Hampshire or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I have a question. This kind of brings up. Previews came out today.
Yes.
Yes.
Why is it that Marvel has its own separate
'Cause they pay
previews
for it.
section?
Because there are people that actually do only get Marvel previews.
Yeah.
If other companies were asked about, if people went, can I have a DC one, there'd probably be more demand for a DC's little magazine, but Marvel makes a comic-sized magazine once a month about what they're putting out.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. It's just that Marvel pays probably extra.
I also think I'm not sure, but I think I've heard it in conversations that previews itself, the big book, goes to press
and Marvel does
a while before, and Marvel wants that time
to solicit and build it
to
up.
be able to solicit certain things, so they chose to do their own and pay for their own.
That makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
But it's
Like
free.
Yeah.
You buy previews, you
It's
get
free.
Marvel previews free.
Or it's like $1.25. Yeah, it's
That's
$1.25
all
by
you want to get it on its own. Yeah,
By itself, it's
$1.25.
only $1.25. It's more pages than any comic that's selling it for $1.25. I didn't realize that until now. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
This, especially like the last half since we finished the emails, this has been a really fun episode. I've learned a lot.
We didn't degrade
learn,
any.
this
We
is
didn't
cool.
degrade DC.
Actually, I might do my closing comment. Amanda Waller in the DC universe. When did she lose all that weight?
No, they took the original.
Yeah, no, I actually had that question myself.
They took the original creator and they went. And I think he literally went, I don't like it. I have nothing I can do about it because DC owns the
No,
character.
that was
Like-
that was done in New 52, the New
Yeah.
52 version of Amanda
Yeah.
Waller. And I've put.
She loses a bit of sassy poignancy to me. You know what I mean? Like, I listen to old
I
Amanda.
believe it was done to match Angela Bassett from who played Amanda Waller in the Green
Yeah,
Lantern movie.
Yeah.
I read an interview with
wow.
John Ostrander, the creator, and he said he's disappointed
Yeah.
because her being an unattractive, bigger woman was part of her personality.
That's what I mean.
And now she looks like any other regular character in DC.
There's
Although I gotta say, Amanda Waller was on Arrow last week with the Suicide Squad episode. I thought the actress I thought that was a cool version.
before New 52, Amanda Waller was one of the few like heavy-set female characters.
Yeah, that
There was the Chicken Harbinger, and that's
She literally
They
pushed
didn't
her
have
weight around.
powers either. Just
yeah.
free-
Well, the Chicken Harbinger does, but
She
Yeah.
pushed her weight around.
oh, well. she did.
They basically draw
I
her.
said literal.
Deathlock's
was
made
funny.
that.
That
Deathlock's
was
made
funny.
that joke to her.
Don't they draw her like Rebel Wilson on some covers?
Oh, thanks so much, everybody.
Let me
Please
try Pringles, Tony.
tell all your friends about us. I had some great conversations with people in the store today. I was sitting up front, and some really cool. Bill Sweeney and Chad Farley walked up and both had nice conversations.
No,
about
we
the show.
love having conversations with our customers.
And
Keep it going.
I'd ask both those guys. Write more emails.
Yeah.
I said Thank Kenny and Gimpy Matt.
Kenny's already
Bye,
passed.
Matt.
Matt, yes.
I mean, I gotta be honest. There's a lot of things that I listen to that I love that I've never written a letter to or tried to call in. You know, so I try not to be too hard on people.
Oh,
but
yeah.
At the same time, I would love to hear from everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, even if, you know, and you don't have to go these long, even if it's just some, hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Give us one
Like
sentence.
the
one
last couple emails John Thompson sent us. Give us a topic. Give us a question.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sato said before, what happened to that? Topics and questions.
Yeah.
Everyone suddenly had to fight for territory over something that means nothing.
Yeah.
Over virtual space on a fucking podcast.
Mhm.
The pissing war is over, guys. Please ask us questions again.
Yeah. The more you talk about yourselves in emails, probably the less
The less we're gonna
listeners.
read. Yeah,
Yeah, people are gonna start not listening to us.
and we're gonna start
Thank
not
you,
reading
Jerkoff.
your emails. Thank you, Jerkoff. Jerkoff, the most poignant email in months.
All right, cool.
He
Have
picked-
fun,
he
everybody.
picks his arguments.
Ooh.
I think we're ready. WCBJ signing off.
Peace.